we have some intense energy going on today. Oh my goodness. So Pluto's transitioned out of Capricorn and is now in Aquarius. And it was like right away it felt different. Things have felt different. It felt so hopeful. So let's talk about it real quick. So what does all this energy mean? What does this shift, this transference of energy mean for us? I can tell you right now, I've already felt the energy increase. I've already felt like ideas are flowing and things are popping. And so it's been unique. And so today, this morning, I actually got up like really early. I just woke up early. So we're ready to go about my day. And that's different for me, and it feels good. And I just want you to know, whatever's going on with this transition, whatever's going on with this world, and it feels like, depending on where you're at, it may feel like your world's on fire, or it may feel like, oh, I'm free, depending on what's going on. There is hope. I want you to feel the hope that is coming through now. So much is changing, and I know some of it is scary, some of it's confusing, and some of it's good, but we don't know. It's all maybes right now. They're all maybes right now. The election stuff went down, and a lot of people were super upset, and a lot of people were super happy. Some people were super happy with the election results. Some people were really disappointed. Some people are kind of in the middle. And it's really hard to talk about because people don't want you to talk about it if you disagree with them. I want you to understand that everything is still a maybe, and what's happening is change. That's for sure. It's change. And you got to get your head out of the rhetoric. You got to get your head away from the mainstream media. This is the point. This is what matters. You are never going to get told anything from that television that's going to make sense or be the truth or be authentic. You are authentic. So what you do is you take active steps to observe, because you do want to stay in tune with what's going on in the world. You do want to stay in tune with what's going on in general. You're not trying to live under a rock and hide. But you also need to separate yourself from these things and understand that you won't know a lot of this stuff until it happens, and just maybe how you're reacting and how you're living is going to be the catalyst. It's going to be the effect. As all of us are waking up, as all of us are getting in our energy, as all of us are letting go of stuff and dismantling our own hierarchy and dismantling all these things that were going on that were wrong, it's going to start coming out as a collective. It's going to start coming out for our entire country. I don't think anybody wants to destroy the world, but there's a lot of emotion going on right now, and there's a lot of chaos going on right now, and that's what people fear. So what you fear will come upon you. So let's stop doing that right now, and let's get focused. Let's get back focused on what's happening right now and what matters in the present. And what matters is us connecting with ourselves and learning to have self-care and self-love and self-healing, us connecting with our neighbors, us connecting with each other, because the more you talk to people, the more you're around people that are different than you, you kind of can't help but find something you all like and share. And it may just be that you're both passionate about your opinion, even if they don't merge or they're not the same. What if that's a connection? Find the connection. Find the connection and have healthy boundaries, because some people you might be unable to connect with right now, but you're at least planting seeds. And let's calm down and let this stuff work itself out. I'm just going to be frank with you. I'm just going to be purely authentic right now, because I can't mince words all the time out of fear or worry that somebody's going to say something or somebody's going to get mad and make a comment. You can make a comment if you want to. I don't care. I'm not all in on either side for sure. And I'm going to get really raw here. So if it triggers you, I apologize. I'm not meaning to do that. I want to bring light to this. I do not think, at least for me, in my heart of hearts, I'm really hoping over the entire nation. I don't believe Kamala lost because she's a girl, she's female, and the color of her skin. I just don't. Qualifications matter. I think one of the biggest red flags for me was when she was doing interviews and she just wouldn't answer the question, or she would say, everything's fine. Would you do anything different than what Biden did? And she would say, no, everything's fine. I felt like either she's authentically not having an opinion, which is scary because she's asking us to make her the leader, or she's got handlers. She can't say things. So one of the reasons that Trump did so well is because he says exactly what he says he's going to do, and then he does it, and we know this. So people want to know that. So I understand that people are upset and they really want to get all worked up and say, what's wrong with you all? Wasn't it enough that she was female and, she was, I believe she's Indian and African and white. That's great. I really don't think this country has a problem with race or necessarily even gender. It's all about qualifications. And when you're operating in the divine masculine and the divine feminine, there's where leadership comes through. And she wasn't doing that. And I have to ask why, and I have to ask what was going on. So, and again, I don't know if we're all watching completely different news media stations. I heard a lot of people say that everything she said was eloquent, and it's not what I heard. That's okay. Trump comes off very boisterous and over the top, and he's definitely got a lot of narcissistic qualities, and he's like the outgoing positive, I'm going to win, I'm the best narcissist style versus passive, lowly narcissist version. I get it. Well, it takes a level of narcissism to be in that position, for sure. To lead a country and to be in front of all these people. It takes a little bit of narcissism and extra. I mean, that's a lot of energy to pour out into the world. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Trump's personality type necessarily, but I'm not voting on that. I'm not voting on whether I like his hairstyle or not. I'm also not voting on his skin color. I'm not voting on his gender. I care about what's going to happen in this nation. I feel like a lot was said on both sides that was just flagrant, taken out of context. It was all about exaggeration and making things bigger, whatever. But I know this for sure. No matter who was meant to win or was going to win or who did, because this is where we are. Change is here. It's changing. Things are changing. Anything can change. Anything can happen. Anyone is capable of anything. But we as a collective and where we stand in our minds and our beliefs and our thoughts and everything is actually going to have a great influence. This is why Scripture says to pray for your leaders. It doesn't say to pray for them like you're begging for. No, it's you saying, okay, this is the leader we have. This is what we need. This is what we want. It's manifesting. It's working within the realm of manifestation and understanding that we get what we ask for. And you need to also understand that manifestation is not a linguist. It's not its job. Manifestation just concerns itself with what you obsessively think about or say. And if you say a lot of, I don't, it doesn't hear don't. It just says I. It hears I, and then you, with whatever subject stuff you're saying, I don't like pizza. I really don't like pizza. I don't like pizza. But you're obsessively thinking about it. You're going to manifest pizza into your life, whether you like it or not. So that is part of the process and the understanding. So whether you call it prayer or meditation or manifestation, what you think about and what you believe is what is going to happen. And if you are not connected with your subconscious and what you really think and really believe deep down, you will keep manifesting your subconscious. So this is, part of what we're all going through right now. All this change is revealing truths. It's revealing lies. It's pulling stuff up to the surface, and it's saying, okay, well, you say this with your mouth, but your actions say otherwise. Well, you say you believe this, but do you? So we're got to work on this stuff. We got to work on this stuff as a collective. All having experiences. We are all having an effect on each other. We can do so much as a community. And I think, a lot of people have talked about we're moving into this new phase where the hierarchy is going to be dismantled, and it's not going to be chaos and anarchy. No, we're going to be taking responsibility, finally, taking responsibility for ourselves, our communities, our neighbors, our friends, our family, what we believe. When we start taking responsibility, we take the power back for ourselves, to say, well, I'm literally the only person that can live my life for me. No one else can. No one. No matter what people say, no matter what people do, it's my choice what I do and what I think and how I do all the things I do or whatever I do. We've got to quit being afraid of that and say that's a big responsibility, and I should be mindful of that, and I should be serious about it, and I should want to work on myself, and I should want to do better, because it is for everybody. When I'm filled up, what comes out is for everyone, and there's more. We've been walking around for, God, the last 10, 20 years, empty vessels trying to pour into each other, and we've got nothing left, and we're just tired and bitter and resentful, and it's time for all that to be over with. When you're filling your own cup up, you can fill up other people's cups, which is beautiful and wonderful, and then nobody's drained, and everybody's got a full cup, and there's abundance, and there's plenty for all, and no one needs to feel left out. So this is a big phase, guys. One more thing I want to tell you all, and this is a key. If you are looking at the vibrational chart, like, from red, root chakra or whatever, all the way to the purples and the bright colors, if you're looking through the chart of energetic levels, please understand that fear causes people to act out in a lot of different ways. But anger is a step above fear. And so anger is a step towards the positive. It doesn't look or sound positive sometimes, okay, when people are really angry and they're yelling and screaming and ranting. If they're that angry, then they have overridden their fear. There's a lot of work being done in them. When you reach the point of being angry like that and having the outburst, you're at the precipice. You are on the cliff's edge. It is a moment of change. Anger is a part of yourself that loves you, because it's trying to protect you and defend you. It doesn't necessarily use all the logic you've got. It doesn't understand, but it's interpreting things, and it's moving through things, and it's trying to understand where you're coming from. It's trying to protect you. So you get angry when you feel like you've been treated unjustly. You get angry when you feel like you're being attacked. You get angry when you feel like you're not being heard. So there's a lot of people going through that right now, and it's actually a breakthrough moment. And ironically, even with I think it's the 4B movement, ironically, shaving your head is a cleansing process. Being abstinent is a cleansing process. I don't know if it was intentional, but it's like they inadvertently collectively performed a ritual, a cleansing ritual. And if they stick to it, I think it'll be the healthiest, most wonderful thing they've ever done. It's at least showing them where their passion is and where they have it. And we cannot keep people from their karma. We cannot keep people from their consequences. But allowing them to go through this might be the greatest thing that ever happened to them. We might hear stories of absolute and utter change come out because of this move. So I'm not ready to judge. I'm not ready to judge people. They're in their emotions, and maybe that's the pathway to a higher version of themselves. And so we should let it be. We should let it be. We should let people go through this, and we can't stop it, and we can't protect them from their own lessons. So just let them go through it. And if you're going to do anything, have hope and believe and have faith and trust and enjoy this energetic shift, enjoy this change. And it's going to be interesting, and I can't wait to see what happens. So absolutely like, follow, share if you're still with me. And check out manifestheal.com. Got the new PDF, The Electric Garden. If you are ready to garden this spring or want to think about it, there are some plans in there for some different garden designs you may want to use with your copper and grounding. There's some more information about how it all works. Go pick one up. I have a sale going on. November sale is the code, just November sale. Capitalized November, capitalized sale. And it should be discounted as well. So it's 10% off everything site-wide. And I am looking forward to seeing these changes and wonderful things happen. And so stay with us. Don't lose hope. And keep grounding. Okay? I'll check you on the next one. Bye.